What is going on, guys? It is Carbonate here, and today I'm going to be discussing some, per se, paranormal stories, paranormal activity me, and, it's kind of, I don't know if it was real or not. I really don't know. These two stories that I'm about to tell you are connected in some type of way, and I'll have to explain that, obviously. But what you're watching is just a couple of gameplays just to fill up my time while I'm commentating. It may be one gameplay, maybe a couple. I don't know how long it's going to take to tell these stories, so just bear with me for the time being. Now, the first story I am going to tell you was when I'm about 4 years old,
Time to work,
and
Ghost Squad.
I I can't remember if I was dreaming or not. I really can't, but I just remember this so vividly. I don't think it's a dream, because most dreams that I have, I don't remember them after a couple hours of waking up. So, what happened was, in my basement, I was in my basement. My basement's a finished basement. It's not one of those creepy, like, unfinished basements that some people have. Like, mine's a finished basement, has TV and whatnot. And I go down there one day, and I'm 4 years old, and I was going down there to play with my cars. I was a big car kid. I was one that cars. Getting off topic, but went down to go play with the cars, and I was playing with them for a little while. And after a while, I saw, like, at the corner of my eye, because I remember this so vividly, at the corner of my eye, I saw a, white mist, per se, and I didn't regard it. I remember keep playing, so I was like, eh. I was 4. What do you expect from a 4-year-old? And it happened again, only in the different eye. So I was like, what's going on? So I turned around, and like in the corner of my basement, it's just this big white mass thing. And I'm like, huh. Like, I'm sitting there, like, and then I wasn't scared, because I didn't even know what ghost it was at the time. I didn't even know. Like, I just kind of stood there, and I didn't stand. I was sitting, and I was sitting there just staring at it, and I'm like, and it was kind of like, it wasn't like one of those, like, what are they called? Apparitions. Yes, apparitions. And it wasn't like one of like those kind of things where it was like you could see the head, you could see the shoulders, you could see like the arms. It wasn't like that. It was one of those things where it was just a mass. It was a big mass, and it was just a white, not mist exactly, but it was like a mass, like a white mass. And it was just there, and I was kind of staring at it for a while, like not terrified, not scared, but confused. And after a while, because it was the corner where it was standing, it was right in front of my stairs, so I was like, I can't really go anywhere, because I don't want to go near it just in case. And I just kind of, I disregarded it after a while of staring at it. I was like, that's supposed to be there? And I disregarded it. And when I turned back to just see if it was there, it was gone. And I really don't know if it was I really don't know if it was a dream or not, because it was too vivid. Like, I don't remember ever having a dream as vivid before, so I don't think it was a dream. I think it just happened, but I'm not saying I'm completely, like, believing in ghosts and whatnot. It's just stuff that has happened to me. And the next story I'm going to tell you, it's actually going to be 3 stories. So the next one is probably a couple years later. I think it was like 7 or 8. And I'm sleeping. Was I sleeping? Yeah. Well, it was dark, and I think I was trying to go to bed. I remember I was laying down, I closed my eyes and whatnot, like you're supposed to do when you're going to go to bed. And I opened my eyes, and at the time, now my room's a lot different, there's my bureau. And, like, right next to my bureau, it was a dark mass. It basically had, like, it wasn't a mass this time. You could actually see a head and shoulders, but it didn't have any eyes, nothing. It was just a mass, again, only white. It was dark, and I was confused. I'm sitting there like, huh, what is this? And I kinda got scared, because because I knew what ghosts were. I knew stuff like that, but I never really thought about it. And after I I thought it was just somebody, like my dad, standing there. So I said dad a couple times, and nothing happened. And I said mom a couple times, and nothing happened. I'm like, I got scared, and I put my head like over my head. I put my let me rephrase that. I put my blanket over my head, and I just sat there. I probably for a good 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it was. I had a clock in my room at the time, so it was about 20 minutes. I had my blanket over my head, like I was terrified. I was scared. And I pulled over to peek at what was there, and it was gone. And I don't know. Obviously, I was young these 2 times, so I don't know exactly what it was. And I know it wasn't anything that time. I remember that very vividly. That was terrified at the time. But I didn't know if those 2 connected in any way. I just thought about it afterwards because I remember thinking about if it was like kind of like that white mist thing, because I still remembered it then too. And then now this next and last story happened quite recently, as a matter of fact. And I was walking around in my house, and this was I'm in 10th grade right now, so this was in 8th grade. This was in 8th grade. I got home from school, and I go into the basement, and I just went to go watch TV because it was towards the end of the school year, like it is right now, where it was getting kind of warm out. The house was getting hot, no air conditioning. So I went downstairs because it was cool down there. I was gonna go watch TV, and I'm sitting down there watching TV, and I hear something upstairs, but I'm like, oh, it's probably my dog just moving around and whatnot. And then I hear another bang again. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? So I go up there, and the dog's sitting down playing in his crate. Like, we have a crate for our dogs. He's not locked up or anything. He's just chilling there. Nothing's moved anywhere. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? So I'm just like, I'll go up in my room and play some video games. And after a while of playing video games, I basically had the same experience of the white mist, only it was black this time, only it was a black mass. And it was kind of like, had the same kind of look as the white mist, and it was a dark mass this time. And I got scared, like, it startled the shit out of me, I'll be honest. It scared the shit out of me. And what happened was, I'm playing, I don't remember the game I was playing, but I was playing, talking to some friends, and I heard knocking downstairs, and I turn around, and there's a black mass in the corner of my room. And I'm like, what is that?
Waiting for your mark.
And when I saw that, like, at first I had to process in my mind. I was like startled for a second. I'm like, wait a second, that wasn't anything at all. I realized that it was something that I've seen before, kind of. So I got up and ran out of my room. I went outside, and then I was just like, oh, okay, I think I'll go back in. And yeah, it wasn't there anymore. And that was the most recent experience I had. So I don't really know what it was. I don't know if I was tripping balls some days, like dehydrated or some shit, something going on. I really don't know. I don't know how to explain any of these, because I never really listened for an explanation, because I was always too scared of finding out what the actual answer of it was. So, I mean, especially as like a kid, I would consider 10th grader, obviously you call them teenagers, but I still considered myself a kid. Like, at heart, I'm still a kid. I still want to be a kid. So, still, as a kid, like, I think about it, and I still can't find an explanation. Like, it wasn't a shadow. I know it wasn't my shadow. Obviously, it was in the basement. There's no light going into the basement, other than the lights downstairs. And then oh yeah, at night. You can't have a shadow at night. Like, I don't sleep with a nightlight at all. I never have. I don't sleep with lights in my room. I always go pitch black, and it's nice. But I remember this. Well, for the quick little detail, if anyone gets confused, it was dark in my room, but it was still. I had some moonlight coming in, so I could see like a little bit of things in my room, and that's how I saw it. But I don't know how to explain any of these occurrences, and I really hope to not ever see any of this again, because honestly, it always scares the shit out of me. It always has, and probably always will scare the shit out of me if anything happens like that again. I'm probably never gonna find out what it was, but I just really need. I didn't need to. I just want to share that story with you, because, you know, stories are fun to tell, especially in my case. I love to tell stories. I remember like, oh man, I tell some good stories, and I have some more. Even though I'm in 10th grade, I have some good stories for you guys, and I do hope I
Satcom
I
uplink
believe I
enabled.
will